Hey everybody, I want to share with you some awesome new products that we got with knockonarchery.com. These are some really cool things that I've put together so that you really have a complete package when it comes to at-home fletching. What I've come up with is a knock-on wrap pad. And this is actually a pad that gives you directions on how to properly vinyl wrap and fletch your arrows. It's also a large pad that allows you to protect your home surface. So if you're fletching arrows or using super glue on your wife's kitchen table, you don't have to worry about anything falling off on the table. You getting in trouble. I've been there. The other thing is, as you clean your veins or your vinyl, you're able to work on a clean surface. This is something that also works really good just to have at your at-home workbench area. And this is a really cool pad that I've put some thought into when it comes to the directions on how to wrap. Also, I've went ahead and showed you specifically degree of offsets right down here as an example. So if you have an arrow that you've already fletched and you're wondering what your angle or your helical degree is, you'll be able to lay it next to these lines and be able to get a pretty good idea just based off a side-by-side comparison. I've also given you a reference here, a little arrow that actually shows you exactly where I fletched the back of my fletchings in comparison to the throat of my knock. So you've got that reference as well. So regardless of whether or not you decide to offset your wraps, if you so choose, or if you like to have your wraps right on the back edge of your shaft, it really doesn't matter. You're always going to be able to have that reference right there when it comes to putting your fletching in the proper position from the back end of your arrow. But really, this pad is going to be the perfect thing for you to have to keep your fletching jig on, your wraps, your primer, your cleaner, like I said, your glue. Or as a habit, I really like to, as I'm cleaning my veins out of the package, I'll clean 3 veins at a time. I'll set them down on my pad, and then I'm able to fletch. Also, this is nice because I've had this happen too. Fletching on a glass table and knock my fletching jig over, not good. So this kind of gives you protection there too. A really cool system. Really happy to bring these out. We're excited about them. Also, our new fletchings, or our new wraps, we're actually going to have some new style wraps. We've got some all new flow colors in one style, and then we've also got a black and flow green in another style. These are going to do really well. It's a premium vinyl. I've totally made sure that the cleaning of the veins and the different glues do adhere well. They stick perfectly to shafts, and they're not a major pain to remove as well. When you order the new wraps, they're actually going to come right on a card that's going to give you easy directions on how to properly put vinyl on your arrows. So really, we're making this about as simple as you can get when it comes to how do I do my own fletching. So really, just to give you a quick look here, and again, all this stuff, pretty much the entire package, is going to be available at knockonarchery.com. The cleaning wipes, a primer pin, the Max Bond glue, the different types of veins. We've got some new vein colors coming, as well as we do have some different flow colors coming as well. And really, now we're going to be able to continually update, come out with new styles of wraps, as well as you know, different length fletchings, etc. for y'all out there. So you know, this is really a one-stop shop. Easy, takes all the thinking out of it. I'll just give you a quick rundown right now on just how easy this is, and exactly kind of what we cover here on the directions. Main thing is, always make sure your hands are clean. Any type of oil that you have on your hands is a contaminant. Any type of oil that you might have on your arrow shaft pre-existing could be a contaminant. So you always want to make sure that those are fully clean. The Max Clean wipes are really good for prepping those areas. From there, really, all we're going to do is we're going to take our wraps. You're going to remove them. Again, it's important to have clean fingers. You can use the edge of a knife as well. but we're going to remove our vinyl wraps from the backing. We're going to slide them into the position that I have here on the wrap pad. Works really well. We're going to take our arrows. We're going to line up the back edge of the shaft with the back edge of the shaft that's right here on the wrap pad. And we're just going to slide that arrow until you see it contacting the full length of that vinyl wrap, and then you're just going to press down and you're going to roll. And right now we've got two different sizes on these wraps. You can see that easy. It's totally done. This is completely wrapped, ready to go, ready to fletch. And we're going to have sizes available in a 1-inch width as well as an 1.25-inch width. The 1-inch width is going to fit any arrow up to a 6mm axis or FMJ or similar diameter arrow depending on your brand. And then we're also going to do an 1.25-inch width, which is going to be perfect for larger diameter shafts up to a 23-15. And the other thing I want to say is on our wraps, we've actually had all these wraps made at a 4.5-inch length, but what we have done is we've actually made small ticks at the 3.5-inch mark, to where if you need to and you want to shoot a shorter wrap, for example, if you're going to shoot a small PM 2.0 or a Pro Max vane like this, and because of weight you want a shorter wrap, you're going to be able to just take a straight edge. You'll be able to line up a straight edge of some kind with that mark that we have, the little ticks, and you can run a straight edge across there and cut off that extra inch perfectly if you want to. But just to show you quickly here, the wrap should be completely clean. You could certainly take a Max Clean wipe and wipe down that vinyl once you've put it on, if for any reason you doubt that it's been contaminated. And then from there, really all you have to do, again, we have a reference here of where the back of your vane should go. I've actually got my jig or my clamp marked already for that. I'm going to take this primer pen here and just clean that edge, the bottom part of that vane, clean it, and then as that dries, normally I'll do 3 of these, and once that's dry, then I'll go ahead and apply my Max Bond glue to the bottom edge of this. I can tell you a little bit goes a long way when it comes to this. You don't really want to overdo it on your glue. I've used this bottle a few times here. We're getting a little low, I can see. So as this comes down, I'm going to run a thin bead down the entire base of that vane, along the whole base of the vane. Use the tip of that bottle to spread it evenly. Again, there isn't excess. You don't want the glue bulging out. You simply want a thin, small line that's fully covered all the way across. And from there, we're really just gonna take this here, push the base of the clamp down and press that vane against the shaft. And you're gonna be able to have even pressure there. After about 20 seconds, I'm able to remove that clamp and turn it to move on to that next vane. And really, that is about as easy as it gets to perfectly fletch your vanes. And again, the new Nock On wrap pad is the perfect way for you to learn how to do this yourself, be able to have a very workable surface, be able to have your wraps, your vanes, your glue, as well as your jig, all on a surface to where it's really, really easy to work with. So you can get all this at knockonarchery.com.